This is section 9.3, homework number 9. In this problem, let's read through that. A study was done to determine the efficacy of 3 different drugs, A, B, and C, and relieving headache pain. Over the period covered by the study, 50 subjects were given the chance to use all 3 drugs, and here's the results. Now that means in this box, that means the whole set, the whole subjects, right? Which is 50 subjects. So this is the represents the sample space, which is 50. And this 21 reported relief from drug A. That means the number in this set is 21. And 21 reported relief from drug B. So that means this is representing 21. Note that they have little common area, right? So that's actually the 9. 9 reported relief from both drugs A and B. So they have something in common. 9 people feel drug A and drug B both feel the relief. Okay, so that's how we interpret those results. And now the first part A says how many people got relief from none of the drugs. Okay, how many none of the drugs? None of the drug means it's outside of the circles, right? Not inside any one of those. Inside any one of those, that means those people reported the relief from some of those. So now let's take a look at 41 reported relief from at least one of the drugs. That means inside these 3 circles, that's exactly 41. Okay, 41. So therefore, part A, how many people got relief from none of the drugs, which is the outside? Well, we know the 50 is for the whole. Therefore, outside the circle will be 50 minus the 41. So that's for the part A. Now let's take a look at part B. How many people got relief from all 3 drugs? That means we are looking for this the area that is common to all these 3 circles, right? So if we use the set notation, that means we want to find the number in the intersection of A and B and C. That's what we are trying to find. Now, I do want to remind you that in our book, Theorem 9.3.3, the inclusion-exclusion rule for 2 or 3 sets, we have a theorem that tells us how to find the number of elements in the union of A or B or C, which is you add all these 3 circles together, but there are some area that you are counted multiple times. So for instance, when you add A and B, this is added twice, right? So you have to subtract those area that's being added multiple times. So we subtract the intersection of all these 3, B and C. And then when you subtracted all those, this little area has been subtracted couple times, more than we should, right? So we have to add it back. Actually, it was this area has been subtracted just one more, so we have to add it back. So that's the theorem. The two sets version is much simpler. Like quick review, okay? So the number of elements in A union B is you're gonna add them at these 2 sets, but the common area has been needs to be subtracted once, because when you add A and B, the common area has been added twice. So you're gonna subtract it one more time. Okay, so that's the 2 sets version. This is the 3 sets version. So how many people got relief from all these 3 drugs? That means we need to find this guy, right? Oops, this is not supposed to be a plus. Sorry about that. This is the intersection. So we need to find this guy. Now, when we find this guy, let's see if we know the other ones. So number of the A union B union C, which is this 41. So this is the 41. So if you're okay, I'm gonna just let me quickly erase those so that they're not distracting. So in other words, this guy is 41. Okay, we know the 41. N of A, that means 21. So 21 here. N of B, that means 21. N of C, which is 31. And 9 reported both from both A and B, that means this is 9. Okay, this is 31. And then 14, both A and C, so this is 14. And 15 from both drugs B and C, so this is 15. So that's what we need. So this is really a very simple equation, and the number of subjects that reports relief from all these three will be, let's do this math, 41 minus the 21 minus the 21 minus the 31, right? Plus the 9 plus 14 plus 15. So that's how I would find this one. So just move all these numbers to the other side, okay? And this actually turns out going to be 6, okay? So in other words, we do know this is 6. Let me label that 6. Once you know this most inner shaded area, to figure out all the other ones, that's really very simple using the available information. By the way, we do know that outside is 9, right? Let me label that. Let's usually when you have the most inner one, you work from inside out. So 6 is now known. Let's work the 9 reported from both A and B. That means this area is 9. So we already know this is 6. Therefore, 9 minus 6, which is 3. So 3 will be just this area, not including the all common area, just A and B, the area to the A and B only. And 14 for A and C. So in other words, here this will be 14. From here to here, this will be 14. And take away the 6. Therefore, this is going to be 14 minus 6, which is 8, right? So therefore, this part will be 8 only. Okay, let's continue this pattern. Let's move on to the next one. The next one means 15 for B and C. That means this is going to be 15, right? This whole will be 15. Now this is 6. 15 minus 6, which is 9, right? So therefore, I know that's 9. Now let's again inside out, right? So we have used all these 3. Let's take a look at A. 21 is for the whole circle of A. So in other words, this whole circle is 21. And for this part, we'll subtract these 3 numbers from the 21. Okay, let's subtract. 3 and 8, which is 11 plus 6 is 17. So subtract 17 from 21. That means this is going to be 4. So the 4 is just for this only. Okay. And now let's work on the, so 21 reported from B. So that means this whole circle is 21. We need to subtract these 3. So this is 18. So 21 minus 18, this is going to be 3. Similarly, for the very last one, for C, which is 31, right? So in other words, this whole circle is 31. So 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 9 is 23. I think we just mentioned 31, right? Minus 23, which is 8. Now I think we figure out all the details for each little area. I think we're ready to answer the part D. How many subjects got relief from A only? Just A only, nothing else. I feel like this is it, right? This is 4. So that's how I would do this problem.